When you know, you simply know. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and today I'm very excited about this video for two reasons. Yes, today I am sharing with you my 23 fragrances for 2023 list, aka my wish list for the year. Super excited about this list. Fun fact, I sat down and wrote this list at the literal top of the year because I wanted to have guidance and stay strong and stay focused with what fragrances I wanted to get for 2023. Because as we all know, there's always some new fragrance, some new hype, some new something always coming out in the fragrance community, and I just want to stay more focused this year. So we have our 23 fragrances for 2023. It just kind of worked out that way, by the way. It wasn't like a gimmick, it just happened. So that's what we're going to do. But you all, I'm also excited. Part two, the reason I am excited about today's video is because we have partnered with our lovely friends over at Teddy Blake. Yes, Teddy Blake, New York. They are a handbag company. I've spoken about them before in a favorites video, and we are back again because you all, Teddy Blake is having some amazing sales. But most importantly, I'm also here to give you all an update on how much I've been loving my bag. So I have had my Gigi Palmelatto Gold 13-inch red and black bag for going on 4 months now, and it has served me very well. The leather has held up. The red suede, you all, yes, matches the lips. It has really held up and been a showstopper, and it's such a functional bag. Now for even more good news, Teddy Blake is having a semi-annual sale. Yes, we love sale. The semi-annual sale will last from January 13th through January 22nd. There will be bags on sale all the way up to 75% off in some cases. So there will be something for everybody. And the other good thing, you all, just in case, you know, you're very interested, say you missed the sale or whatnot, I do have a code as well that I will display here with Teddy Blake. So yes, they have some of everything for everybody. Again, special shout out to Teddy Blake today for partnering with your girl on today's video. 23 fragrances for 2023. Let's get on into it. The first fragrance on the wish list for 2023, you all, and let me sit to the side because yeah, we got some pictures to insert. First fragrance we're going to talk about is from the house of Bond number 9, because you all know we love Bond here. Bond ran 2022 for me in my collection, so we're going to keep that train going. The first scent I want to add that I'm thinking about from Bond would be the signature scent, which is the all gold bottle. It is really pretty, as you all can see. It's like really pretty. But most importantly, I have sampled this, so no, it's not a blind want, but this stuff is so potent, which it is a more higher concentrated fragrance. This stuff is rose and oudi, and there's some tonka bean in there as well. And I like it. I'm still holding on to my sample, so I know I really like this. And every time I wear just a little squirt on my hand, you all, it's potent, it's loud, and it fills up the room. And I'm like, yes, I want it, I need it. So yes, Bond number 9, signature scent, I'm gonna need in 2023. So to keep this train going, you all, the next thing from Bond that I also want, this is one I also had a full sample of. I've used this sample up, so I know I really like it. And that goes to the scent of peace for her. Yes, because there's a scent of peace for him, but specifically I'm talking about scent of peace for her. I've talked about it before previously on the channel. This is one of those fragrances that in theory, yes, it is very basic. And that's the only reason why I haven't picked it up, because it's such a basic, very chill, very lightweight type of a fragrance. It's in that same vein of, say, Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue, but with a Bond price tag and a different fragrance and a different fruit category. It's blackcurrant that's in there, but I really like it. And it's one of those fragrances that to me is so basic, but when I tell you, you get so many compliments. So I said, you know what, spring 2023, I'm gonna do right and get scent of peace for her. Yes, so scent of peace for her from Bond number 9 makes the list. Next fragrance, staying in the Bond number 9 family. This one I smelled while I was in New York City on my trip, hang out with the head elf, of course. We were celebrating our engagement at the time, and I smelled the Central Park West fragrance. This is one I've seen many a time because the pattern on the bottle is so distinctive and iconic, houndstooth, and it's very pretty, but the scent is really good. This is a spring in a bottle type of fragrance. It has tuberose in it. I like this. Really, really good. So I went in to smell the next fragrance actually I'm going to mention from Bond Number 9, but I also was advised to smell Central Park West at the time from the sales associate. We love a good sales associate. And it was like, I should think about Central Park West for spring, and I had to agree. I loved it. It was a love at first sniff. So yes, I do want Central Park West, you all, from Bond Number 9. And then the last fragrance from Bond Number 9 that I do want is their latest fragrance. I've spoken about it as well in a previous video, and that is their new fragrance, which is Bond Number 9's Chelsea Nights. The bottle is so gorgeous. It's even more pretty than it is online in person. It's very pretty. It's wonderful to display, but the juice, it has saffron in it, and there's cacao in it, excuse me, because that's normally what Bond does. It works. It's sexy and it's deep. It's one of those that it left an impression on me, and I'm like, I want it. I don't know where I would wear it, but I want it. It's just really, really good. And it was potent. I could already tell even just from sampling. I said, it's not one of those fragrances I would have to wonder or babysit for the performance. Oh no, it's gonna get that. So Bond Number 9 Chelsea Nights, I'm gonna need it. Who that price tag? Ooh. Just think about Bond, but I love the juice so much, so we'll see. I'll probably end up with it sooner rather than later. So again, Bond Number 9's Chelsea Nights. So moving on now into the Tiziana Terenzi portion of my list, because I kind of grouped everything by brand, as you can tell. So from Tiziana Terenzi, this is one I sampled. This is like the most popular, the one, if you Google Tiziana Terenzi, it pops up first. Even though I don't think it's the best fragrance from Tiziana Terenzi, it's kind of one of those that I like it and I'm willing to get a bottle of it. And that goes to Kirke. Yes, Tiziana Terenzi's Kirke. This scent, if you like searching on Instagram, YouTube, whatever, I don't know what it is, but Kirke pops up first. I don't know why. And if you all recalled in my sampling series of Tiziana Terenzi fragrances that, yeah, I sampled it. It was cute, but it's not on the level of Draco to me, but I still like it. And this is why I'm glad I held on to my sample and I played in it some more and I came to love it. So that's why this is one of those, I needed to spend some time with it. Not quite a love at first sniff. No, it took a second and a third sniff for me to love it. But yes, Tiziana Terenzi's Kirke we're going to need next. Moving forward, Tiziana Terenzi, I also want Andromeda. I am here for Andromeda. I had on to my sample for Andromeda for a minute. I sprayed it, played it in the springtime, and the grass note that is in it really shines in the springtime. And I was like, ooh, I like. It has that fruity, fresh, everyday type of vibe, but it's powerful because Tiziana Terenzi, if you don't know anything about the brand, their stuff is beast mode and it lasts. You literally have to bathe to get it off. That's how potent it is. So you get your money's worth. Andromeda gives that energy, but in a fresh, more like white t-shirt or white blouse type of vibe. I'm here for it. I'm going to need her very, very soon. Tiziana Terenzi's Andromeda. Moving forward, next scent is one that I am very intrigued by because to me, this is a scent that finally gave me the fix that I was hoping a certain designer fragrance was going to give me. And I'm talking about none other than Tiziana Terenzi's Lince. Yes, Lince. It looks like Lince, but it's pronounced Lince. And I was like, I smelled this one because I had a sample of it, if y'all recall, in the previous sampling video. And this is that almondy, powdery goodness that is like divine in the winter time. And I remember smelling it and I said, this would be amazing in cold weather. And now that it is winter time when I'm filming this, I want it. I need it. It's amazing. This is giving me what I thought Dior's Hypnotic Poison was going to give me, but I hate that fragrance. It smells like Play-Doh, but this one smells creamy and powdery and just luxurious. So Tiziana Terenzi, you got it right, and I need it. Tiziana Terenzi's Lince. Now moving to the MFK Maison Francis Kurkdjian portion of the list. So next up, this is a slept on fragrance. People do not talk about this in enough to me. It is so good. People skip over it, and I don't know why. But anywho, the fragrance I'm talking about is MFK's Petite Matin. This scent is meant to mimic a morning in Paris as it's written up and how it was described to me by the sales rep. I've sprayed this scent multiple times when I've gone in to say that your niche designer boutiques or what have you. And this scent is one of those, you smell it at first like, oh, okay, lemon. Maybe it might turn into a cleaning product, but no. This is one I had a sample of it, sprayed it on the card, and I went back to it. You know how you let it sit for a few hours because you go about your life and start doing things? Y'all, I went back to this fragrance and let me tell you, This smells so good. The dry down is beautiful. It's lemony, but it's a beautiful musk that is just very much get up and do early morning errands, run, go to the bakery, go and get coffee. It is definitely giving French morning for sure. It really is. And I like this scent because I'm having a moment with musk, I'm learning in 2023. So yeah, I need Petite Matin from MFK. Next up from MFK, this is one I've talked about before, but I wasn't ready to commit to it yet because I wasn't sure about it, but I'm finally there. Again, finally there. This is one of those you really have to sample on you because the card, just spraying it on paper is not enough. This is one that really can lean masculine if you're not careful, but you gotta like unisex fragrances, and I'm talking about Grand Soir. We're talking about MFK's Grand Soir. This is an amber vanilla bomb is what this is. But the name befits cold weather and going out to an after 5 formal events. I do that pretty regularly because for some reason, like for example, all of my friends keep having formal attire weddings. This is kind of how that happens. I love me a good gala, good ball gown. I'm just saying. Head Off and I actually going to one very soon. And Grand Soir just fits the occasion. So I had to be honest with myself and say, yes, girl, you do attend enough events that will require a scent as elevated as Grand Soir. So it actually fits my lifestyle. So that's why I want this scent. So yes, MFK's Grand Soir, you make the list. Next up, now we are moving into the house of Nishane, you all. So Nishane, this is one that I smelled and sampled when I went to the Nishane counter, and the sales associate did give me a sample of it. But I've been playing with that sample for what, 9 months now it seems, and I had to have it. We're talking about Oolong Cha. This smells like a 5-star and above luxury hotel. All of the little bath products and soaps when you go into those type of hotels, they have already there for you to use. The shower gel, shampoo. This is what this smells like, and it's good. It's heavenly. It's a tea scent. I think there's a little fig in it, I think, and it's citrusy. But this is a beast mode of a citrus clean scent. This is the longest lasting scent I've ever smelled in that category, and it blows my mind, so I need a bottle of it. Nishane's Oolong Cha. Staying in that Nishane family, you all, this is one I feel like has slowly become more and more popular because I'm noticing it's selling out in a lot of different places, and it's becoming harder to get because people are catching on to this one. It's not new. This is Nishane's Zen or Zene. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I'm gonna say both of them, Zen or Zene. I've had a sample of this one as well that I'm holding on to for dear life, but let me tell you, at first I kind of hated on it. This was not a love at first sniff. This is one of those I wore it on my skin, wore it to bed one night, and let me tell you, I finally understood the hype. There's like a marshmallowy note in here, it seems. It has some rhubarb in here, which I love the rhubarb. Hello, Delina. That's when rhubarb really got famous. But this right here is Zene. She fire. She's really good. And of course, Nishane, y'all know beast mode. They last. You don't have to worry about longevity or if it's gonna perform, it does that. So I'm gonna need a bottle of Zene. Moving into Parfums de Marly. This is a fragrance that I have sampled, I know at least 3 times. And I finally gotta be real with myself. Girl, you want it. You want it. You want it. And the fragrance I'm talking about is none other than Cassili. Yes, Parfums de Marly Cassili, aka the creamsicle looking type of bottle, the orange bottle, the peach bottle. This is one to me that is like not talked about. You see it, but people don't really talk about it. People own it. But then I noticed that it started to sell out because I talked to my Parfums de Marly rep here in Nashville, and they told me, it was like, no, it sells out. And like I went in there actually to inquire about it. He said, I don't have it. He said, I don't even have a sample of it for you because we can't even test it out because we sell it. So Cassili is another one of those that I think is starting to get its due justice. And for me, it's the plum note in it. It smells very tropical, very floral. It's a vacation of a type of scent. So it's a more of a summer fragrance, but I want it. I want it. It's creamy and again has that plum note that I really, really like. So yes, Parfums de Marly Cassili. This is about completing the collection, this next fragrance. And I'm talking about Delina La Rose, also from Parfums de Marly. I already have the original Delina. I have Delina Exclusive, which I've talked about a lot on my channel lately. But the completionist in me wants the trifecta. So I need La Rose. I've smelled La Rose more than once. It's definitely a more aquatic, more fresh, watery take on Delina, but it still has a little bit of power. It's not necessarily watered down like I thought after I spent some time with it. I like it, but it's definitely meant to be a summer take on Delina, that is for sure. and I want it. I'm finally there, and yeah, I want to complete my collection of Delina. So now we're gonna move into one of my absolute favorite fragrance houses, and that is none other than Tom Ford. Y'all know we stand for Tom Ford here on the channel. The next fragrance I want is Tom Ford's Cafe Rose. This is one of those fragrances that's been out forever from Tom Ford, and I'm noticing it's becoming harder and harder to find. I feel like it's about to get discontinued. I'm noticing a trend here. And before that happens, I want this in my collection because this is a slept on, that coffee and rose combination. This is an older scent that's been out for over 10 years. This was doing coffee and rose before it became cool. I want this in my collection. It smells good. I smell it every time I go to the Tom Ford counter, and I still like this scent. And I've been feeling that way now going on 2 years. So let me go ahead and get it, especially before they try to get rid of it. Tom Ford Cafe Rose. Next scent, also Tom Ford. This is Soleil Neige. This is one that its twin sister gets all the love and people kind of forget about this one, but I smelled it recently on a trip to Tom Ford and I liked it. This was one of those, I didn't like it at first spray, and I've sprayed it first spray multiple times and went on, but I actually sprayed it on a card and I let it sit in my bag, and I came back to it and I said, something in here smells really, really good, you all. And it was this Soleil Neige. It's like creamy, powdery. I like it. It's nice. It's really, really nice. I like this, so I'm gonna need it. Tom Ford Soleil Neige. Then the last one, this is the OG that I've been wanting the longest out of my Tom Fords, and this is Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino. Now, usually this is a fragrance that a lot of men like and gravitate towards, but I had a travel size of this fragrance years ago, took it on vacation, and it was a total vibe. And I said, you need to get a full bottle of this. I've been saying it now going on 3 years. Because I actually used up the whole travel size, so you know it's real. That's how I know I really like this scent. So I need to go ahead and get the bottle. Okay, Tom Ford, I know. I be saying I'm done with you and then you pull me back in. But yes, Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino is a summertime vacation scent that just smells very watery, very marine to me. All right, so now let's get into Kilian. So now for Kilian, you all, this is the scent I want next. I gotta have this. This smells so good. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Moonlight in Heaven, you all. Moonlight in Heaven, it has a mango note that shines. You wanna talk about a head turner of a scent, you all. I had a sample of this that I wore, and even just that little sample, it turned heads and I got compliments. And I just love it. I was sad when that sample ran out because now I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get the real bottle. Kilian, you be having them price increases. Ooh, Kilian. But I'm gonna have to have Moonlight in Heaven. I am. It's a summer banger. I'm here for it. Next up, staying in Kilian's family, Rolling in Love. I had a sample of this one as well, and it's very nice. It has that same marshmallow note that's found in Kilian's Princess, but to me, this is a little bit more elevated in my opinion. And I like it. It has an almond note. It's sexy. I'm kind of think I might do Rolling in Love around Valentine's Day in February. So, don't be shocked if you see a Kilian haul. It just soon coming up this year because me and Kilian are about to have a moment. I feel it. Then moving forward, also Kilian. This is Woman in Gold. Now you want to talk about, out of all of these I just mentioned, Woman in Gold is so slept on. Woman in Gold is insanely slept on. And it's one of the strongest ones to me, in my opinion. It has a vanilla note in it. It has a tonka bean on it. And you all, this scent projects. It projects. I still have my sample of Woman in Gold that I'm holding on to for dear life. But every time I spray this, I love it. And it makes me happy. It literally puts a smile on my face. So this is another one that once I use up my sample, I'm gonna have to break down and get it. Yeah. Kilian's Woman in Gold. Okay, now this is like an old one I've been wanting on the list. This is a minute. This is the one and only from the house of Creed, and this is Creed Aventus for Her. This is a scent I've sampled 2 or 3 times, and I know I want it. It's just, you know, Creed is, you know, bougie with her prices. Yes, Creed is very bougie. But I do want Aventus for Her. She is a staple, and I think she is hyped for a reason that I personally enjoy. Again, like I said, I've sampled it multiple times, so I know I want her. Creed Aventus for Her. Next one. This one is slept on, but I had a sample of it from when I ordered a discovery kit from Frederick Mall, and you all, Iris Poudre. You want to talk about a winter scent, and there's very few fragrances I truly categorize as a winter scent, but Iris Poudre, the name says it all, is a powdery iris type of scent. And when I say this is so chic and so sophisticated, nobody is touching you when you wear this. It's literally meant for you to have on your baddest suit and you to come through stepping like you run things. Like that's literally how it's written up in the description on the website. Iris Poudre is that girl and nobody is seeing her. She's that girl for Iris, especially for my Iris lovers. So again, Frederic Mall's Iris Poudre, I need. This was another one. I've had this sample for over a year. I'm almost done with it and I know I need it. And we are talking about from the house of Initio. I want Psychedelic Love. Let me tell you why. Psychedelic Love smells like an amped up on steroids version of one of my all-time favorite fragrances. And y'all know this to be true if you've been rocking with me for a minute, which I know a lot of y'all have. Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. It takes Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid DNA and amplifies it by like 5. It's so potent, it's so loud. Like the sample, you still don't even need a lot out of the sample, so I can only imagine what a full-size bottle is going to give. So I need it. Initio Psychedelic Love is everything and I need it. And the last fragrance, you all, this is it. This one is the newest addition to the list. And yeah, y'all know why, because I talked about it in its own video concerning this brand, Wilhelm Parfumerie. And you all, I need Mango Skin. Summer fragrance, and I'm gonna tell you why. I played in my sample the other night of Mango Skin. No reason, just wanted to play in it, mind my business. Sprayed a little on, then went and sat on the couch with the head elf. You all, I didn't even say anything to him, nothing. He immediately goes, "You smell good. You smell good." I was like, oh, I didn't have to ask you. I didn't have to bring it up and go, I didn't have to like basically stick my neck in your face. No, none of that. He was like, no, whatever you're wearing, that smells good. That is great. And I told him what it was. He was like, no, that works. Like, you need to get that. You need to get it. So this is Head Elf approved. Mango Skin by Wilhelm Parfumerie, which I already was digging, which I told y'all in my story while I was shopping in New York. I almost went home with Mango Skin, but I was like, Morning Chest gave me a little more life at the moment, but I told y'all I was gonna come back for it, and now it's confirmed. Head Elf is here for it. So yeah, Wilhelm Parfumerie Mango Skin rounds out the list. So that wraps up my 23 fragrances for 2023 wish list. Els, let me know what you think. Tell me, what are your fragrances that you want for 2023? Like I said, this is a wish list. This is meant to keep me focused when it comes to fragrance sales and for us to getting what I actually want versus just getting all the newness, hypeness, or whatever blows up on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, what have you. We gotta make sure we stay focused on what we want, what we like, and that's the point of doing an actual list at the beginning of the year. So I'm very excited, and yeah, I will be doing an update at the end of the year on how I did on my wish list. So that should be another video for what, 11 months from now. So as always, if you're digging me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not here for any of this, that is okay. I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye y'all.